Welcome to the gym that is Riverside Park Speedway, celebrating its 50th year on the Connecticut River just south of Springfield, Massachusetts. Tonight it's the Auto World Back to School Bash and more. Hi everybody, I'm Steve Evans, and by more I mean we have an extra added attraction. They're going to love it, you'll love it. Of course, we have Demo Derby, the last time to qualify for the Intergalactic Crunch Off later this year, late October. But we're also throwing in Figure 8 racing. It is a hoot, a staple here at this raceway, and with 60 cars out there, it is going to be a four-wheel train wreck. You know, this time last year, we found a lot of rivalries in this region of the country. Here is Dan Pastorini.
Well, that's right, Steve. When you think about great rivalries, you have to think about Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, our own Dusty Rhodes and Harley Race, or the Hatfields and McCoys. Well, we have a combination of all three of those great rivalries right here tonight with the Battling Bucknams and the Bad Boys from Brockton. So how do you guys feel about tonight, Steve?
We feel good. We're here to put on a show. We come here to whoop their butts over there. This is no problem.
Let's go over here and see what the Brockton bunch has to say. Jim, man, what do you think?
Done with these guys, they're all going to be retired. There'll be no more fun.
Well, there you have it. I guess there's only one question left to ask. Who's going to win? Let's go to Dave Burns.
Whoa, Dan, sounds like it's getting a little bit rough down there in the Demolition Derby pits. Meanwhile, on the other side of the track here at Agawam's Riverside Park, they've got 60 more cars lined up to do the Figure 8 race that Steve talked about. 3 wide, they're going to start them, and they're going to go in that Figure 8 pattern, which means they're going to cross twice every lap. Now, if you don't think that's going to cause a little mayhem in these 4-cylinder cars, what about the fact that they're going to run this race enduro style? What does that mean? That means that the yellow flag is basically thrown out. If you spin or wreck, you just sit there. They're not going to stop racing until this thing is over. That's Motor Madness, and it's going to come a little bit later tonight on the show. Steve Evans.
And always bringing a touch of madness to the home base is Dusty Rhodes. I love the way you handled that lounge lizard on the riverbank. That was cool.
I'll tell you what, Steve, it is going to be one big night here on Motor Madness. You know, the most asked question everywhere I go is, are they with you? Do you have surprises for us? And yes, they are. I got 2 surprises tonight. But first of all, the Dream Girls, Stancy and Kim.
Bash is brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that every Miller Lite is sold ready to drink. We are back at Riverside Speedway. Our first shootout is just about ready to go. There were 6 cars involved, Dan Pastorini. They have wetted down the asphalt for a couple of reasons. One, so they don't get quite as much speed on this very tacky surface. Another is so if a tire comes off a rim, there's not as many sparks that could get to the gas tank, which in a lot of these cars is in the conventional location.
That's right, Steve. They have a little danger factor tonight with the gas tanks in the position that they are, with being in the normal position as opposed to being inside the cockpit and protected from the frame. We're getting ready to go to grid 1 here. We got number 5, Liz Eby, number 8, Mike Gigatino, Jeff Blake, number 35, Greg Fain, 52, Billy McMahon, 75, and 80, Roger Larson Jr.
And I'll tell you folks at home, listen to the fans roar for the 08 car, Mike Gigantini. He is a huge favorite here from East Haven, Connecticut, and donates any money that he wins to charity. And Liz, she is called the Gutsy Grandma from Canada.
Woo, guys, they started to pick it up and lay it down now.
Let the carnage begin. That was good impact there at ground zero.
And there's Liz. That's the 05 car. She's actually from Lenore, North Carolina. We do have 4 ladies competing tonight, and 1 is from Canada. Oh, man, it's getting aggressive quick. Another reason, guys, they watered down the racetrack was to cut down on the tire smoke so that we could see things.
Yeah, that's right, too. And, you know, they get a good bite with that cement out there, so they wanted to slow these cars down a little bit.
I tell you what, Scotch, what do you think? You go to pick a winner right here, you need to jump out on the limb and pick one.
I'm picking Bill McMahon. That's Ed's boy.
Bill McMahon.
Ed McMahon's boy.
Oh, man, you talk about the smoke. Dante, it's already smoke up here on Motor Madness.
As it always does.
Now, these are 3-minute shootouts, and only 2 will advance to the final tonight. Dutch Holland will make that determination, as always.
There's a number 80 car, Roger Lawson Jr. from Milford, Massachusetts. 2 years Derby experience.
I tell you what, that big old yellow car, the big banana there, Dante, can you see him pushing and shoving right off camera just a little bit?
Yep. That 35 car, Jeff Blake.
See him going around him right there.
From New Hampshire. He's got a lot of experience, maybe the most experienced driver in this first shootout, and look at him use it. Boom!
Great hit there.
Oh,
Great
beauty. And you can hear the tires squealing, can't you? Listen.
Yeah. You can still hear it.
All right. You're going to need more water on that track to cool this thing down. I tell you what, look at that. Now, Scott.
Billy McMahon.
Hey, what's happening? Billy McMahon, is that your man?
That's Ed's boy.
Billy McMahon.
He's come down here. Johnny Carson's in the stands, and he's rooting for him, too.
Minute 27 left, 26 as it counts down. Billy McMahon out of Howell, New Jersey. The Big Banana doing a heck of a job in here. The 5 car is a sitting duck. That is Liz Eby. The 80 car, Roger Lawson Jr. from Massachusetts, just a student, hasn't got a lot of experience, but she's got a lot of aggression.
You saw there in the graphic, she beat her husband so bad he had to retire from derbies.
Yeah, she calls her husband Dip, and he calls her the Warden for obvious reasons.
I guarantee you, beat her so bad, had to retire. Watch this shot coming in right here. On board, baby. Oh!
On board with the gutsy grandma.
A little stall there.
Yeah, he's cute.
You just kissed his grits one time there, boys.
I'm telling you, she didn't tear into a big hug and lip lock, did
But grandma took a huge hit to the front end.
Good granny.
The radiator very vulnerable there. Oh, baby.
Wow, that had good sound to it. I'll tell you what, that 80 car's all bundled up in the back right there. Still moving. Look at the Big Banana. Dante, looks like it hasn't even been caved in. He must have super duper, heavy duper steel inside that car.
Or he's been laying low.
There you go.
There ain't nobody gonna peel him tonight, though.
Just about over, 14 seconds left. You can see the steam pouring out of a number of these cars, including 80 of Roger Lawson Jr. But I think Roger's got a good shot of being picked to go to the final. Only 2 will go.
Bingo!
Ooh, good shot right there. And that's it.
Bingo! Bingo!
B-I-N-G-O, and Bingo was his name. Oh!
Well, the action hot and heavy. Let's take a quick look back at some of the most outstanding hits that the judges will be looking at, Dan.
Yep, there's number 80, Roger Lawson Jr. getting plowed by Jeff Blake there. The Big Banana. From good shot from rain car camera from Liz Eby. There's Liz right there, the 05 car. Getting a little bit in the water down there. It seems a little bit thick down there in the infield. There's a good shot on number 52, Greg Fain.
Yep. If you're going to use the front end, use the corners.
Yep, she's doing a good job in that.
Okay, let's go down to Dave Burns. He is with Dutch Holland. What's the Determinator's decision?
That's right. Well, the Demolition Determinator, Dutch Holland, and Fran, his wife, are here as usual. And it is going to be the 05 car of Liz Eby and the 75 of Ed's son, Billy Big Banana McMahon.
Well, good news for those competitors. Not so good for the rest of the 4. You know, let's go back and take a look at car number 30. That is Darren St. Jean. He's in the next heat, and he was the winner from last year at the Big E in Springfield, the New England Slam Chowder. So watch that 30 car. Unbelievably. And there he is. I tell you what, Darren St. Jean, about as happy as they get. He hopes to make it a repeat here in his home turf in New England. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Shootout 2. Have a look at the grid with Dan Pastorini. Richard Bowman, always tough in the 03 car.
The 06, Bill Eisen. Number 17, Joel Fishkin. Number 30, Darren St. Jean. Number 68, Cindy Larson. And 76, Chad Benner.
I love Richard Bowman's car. 98 Lincoln with license plates that say Get Bent. That's what he drove into the park this afternoon. Well, you know, the man to beat, Darren St. Jean, the returning champion from last year's New England Slam Chowder. Now, his victory last season certainly gives him a slight edge on the field because he knows what it takes to win here. But even a champion looks for every advantage. So secretly, Darren has been working very hard. There's Darren right there in the 30 car, the black car. As we say, he is the guy to beat. Now, it looks like he's got a little bit of power tonight.
Well, he had a great showing, as you said earlier, last year, and he's definitely going to be tough tonight. We saw him earlier in the pits, and he was pretty fired up about tonight's competition. There's number 76, Chad Benner.
That looks like the Batmobile, Dream.
I'm telling you, Dante, we got some big cars out here tonight. Notice that right off the bat. Some places we go, smaller cars, but I guarantee you there is some heavy artillery. Artillery. That ain't even a word. There's some heavy artillery out here tonight.
Let me tell you what, they caught some of these drivers trying to grease up the sidewalls of their tires just before the start of this shootout, and they made them stop so they can't slide off. Man, look at 76.
Boy, there's some serious hitting going on.
Chad Benner. Whoa.
Incoming.
The Batmobile. the number 17 of Joel Fishkin there. There's Darren. We got a problem. Darren St. Jean out there stalled. Oh, here he goes.
He's starting to move, trying to get him back started. I think he stalled, like you said, but now he might be looking for somebody to get out there. I'll tell you what, Butterscotch, you jump in the middle of it.
He's got to get jiggy with it, Dream.
What is that there on his windshield? What is that little thing?
That's some little kind of doll or something. It's one of them troll dolls. He's about to be a dead dog. What he's about to be.
Yeah, well, he just came back to life, that dead dog, with a couple of outstanding hits. Darren St. Jean, I think, was having a shifting problem, trying to get it from reverse to low and back reverse again. 17 is hung up against the wall. You can see that smoke in the tires. And the 03, Richard Bowman out of Rexford, New York, the Death Ship.
It's a great name for a destruction car.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a bad tire going for him, too, I guarantee. But he went out and got some good hits right off the bat. We were winding down this thing about a minute to go on this thing. You know what, Scotch, I'm going to tell you, we've been watching this thing a long time. I know you've been sitting watching.
That's right.
This who gets out there and lays the hammer down on him.
That's right. Don't hold nothing back. Let it rip.
Joel Fishkin, English Slam Chowder participant last year, got a couple of laundromats and finances all of this. He's got some pretty good hits. And I'll tell you, the 06 car you see right there, that is Bill Eisen, and he is filling in for his friend, Joe Mikowski, who hurt his back and doing a good one as he got 17 pitched up against the wall. Joel Fishkin in real trouble there. He's going to blow the tires off that thing, Dan.
There's a little smoke war going on out there.
Crowd loved it.
There's some good hits, real good hits. There
Under
you go.
30 seconds. You got to score, boys.
You're right, Steve Reno. The Mad Dog number 30's come back to life.
Look at that mess there with the radiator fluid coming out.
Yeah, the 03 car now starting to, it's like he's got a clock in his head as it winds down.
He's been reborn.
He certainly has, hasn't he? He's getting after it.
If he doesn't transfer, if he's not 1 or 2, he will not defend his title in this region. That's it. The flag is out.
That was a good one. They're still going at it.
He's still going at it. He wants to make up for that lost time out there, I guess.
Let's take a look at our video analysis, Dante.
There's a good shot by Richard Bowman on the number 30 car of Darren St. Jean right there. 06 car really had a good showing here. That's Bill Eisen, who, as you said earlier, substituted for Joe Mikowski. Now, here we go with Darren St. Jean doing a little Dukes of Hazzard spin around there.
It's a tough one to judge, really tough.
Yeah, it is. There's some good hitting going on out there. Those big cars make a big impact, don't they?
I'll tell you what, yeah, and that's the big ones.
Let's go down to Dave Burns. Dave, what's going on?
Well, you know, sometimes if you just can't make it yourself, a substitute driver is the next best thing. And Joe Mikowski, your substitute driver, Bill Eisen, will go on to the final tonight, along with Chad Benner in the 76. So those are the two that are going to advance, guys, to the final.
Well, we've been talking about Darren St. Jean, and secretly, Darren has been working very hard to add some extra power to his Demo Derby bomber. You see Darren right there. He does not know the official results quite. Have a look at this tape.
Gee, Craig, where I won last year, I'll be a little embarrassed if I don't get some more power into this car.
How about some more juice then?
Sounds like a great idea. Yeah. One last connection here, and we should be all set.
Oh, it's gonna be great. But Darren, what is this green wire for?
I don't know. It can't be really important anyway.
All right, if you say so.
You ready?
Ready. Darren, what happened?
Too much juice.
Plunger. Comes up from Butterscotch. There'll be 6 cars again. The top 2 only on points will go into the final. And Dan, we got some good ones in here, buddy.
Yeah, we've got Bob Pinette, 00. He's been around for a long time. 21, Dan McPherson. 36, Tom Sorrell. 51, Jimmy Hummel. 58, Roger Larson Sr. And 97, Scott Harris.
And you know, Scott Harris is interesting. He is a disc jockey at 97.9 Country here in Springfield, or just up the road about 5 miles. And I don't know if he's doing it or not, but his plan, there you see him right there, the kick car, was to broadcast live back to his station as he is driving driving in this demo derby.
They got country this far north?
They got country
Oh, that's
in Nova
country out
Scotia,
here.
buddy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Now, Scotch, take a look here. You talk about the Kid Cup. See the double. See that old Cadillac?
Oh,
look at that old Cadillac.
Look at there, Dre. I've seen a few of them a few times.
That one Tweety Bird just a flying by.
I'm for Dan McPherson. That's Elle's brother, and she's pretty, so I'm going with her. I done called that Ed McMahon's boy won that first one, so I'm going to try 2 for 2 here.
Oh, God. There's Tom Sorrell smoking the white walls. The Looney Tunes Tom.
It's like a lake down there, doesn't it?
He's going to have a hard time seeing out of that back window with the trunk lit up. That is not good.
That makes it interesting. That's like driving blindfolded.
Yeah, with the hood up.
Yeah.
Dante, give me a, Dante, give me a ticket. We look at 58 right here, I mean, that, he's part of that Larson Racing clan. What does this water do to it? Do they continue to put this water on there all night?
Well, they're trying to slow the cars down mainly because of the location of the gas tanks.
Yeah.
Thus, they don't want to have any fires, so these guys, if it was a dry track, they'd get some speed up and they could rupture the gas tanks.
There's going to be a little coolant out there before the night's over and brake fluid and everything else.
Look at that. Wild Man Jimmy Hummel, look at it. He looked like a wild man. 51. That Cadillac is shot.
Good shot on Bob Finette.
The Pimpmobile is down, Dream.
Ooh, we won't be driving out of here in that tonight. You lied to me about that. You said we'd be leaving with the dream girls in that Cadillac.
That
Not tonight.
Unless it's on the back of a hook on the record.
Yeah, he's still alive, but he's looking bad.
And remember, if you do transfer, you've got to do car.
Word. Look at this.
Oh, hello.
Oh, the bumper.
Oh, that Cadillac. Where the hell you think his luggage is? Oh, it's gone. Look at that. The racket. Oh, I love it. This is a good one, Dante.
That double O is going to look like an 8 here in a minute.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the bigger they hit.
Oh, there's a go. They knocked the wall out there.
Boys,
Good shot.
They can't contain this
Oh,
group.
man.
Jimmy Hummel. Jimmy Hummel is just wreaking havoc out there.
And as my friend Bob Fry would say, the crowd goes wild. Over 20 feature wins. 18 years of doing this stuff, but never an injury.
And he's won a feature a year, except for 1 year he won 2.
You'd be surprised how long these motors will run without coolant, without anything in the radiator. They get them packed full of all kinds of products and friction reducers and the kind of stuff Dan Pastorelli sells out in Houston.
It's good stuff.
I'll tell you what, that Cadillac looks horrible. Look at that, Dante. Look sitting over there in the back. And 51 just cleaning the house out
He's
there.
hammered. He's got nobody else to hit.
Nobody.
Nobody else to
Hit
stall.
somebody.
He may be around to give somebody a free ride.
I'm going to pick him to win the feature. What do you think?
I'm going to pick him to win this race
Is that a good
because
early
ain't nobody
choice?
else moving.
It's not too early to look for favorites as far as the feature is concerned. 22 cars.
Look at this.
The flag is out. Time
That
has
looks like
run
one of your wrestling
out.
matches.
I'm telling you, nobody's standing when we got through.
There ain't no
Look at that crowd going crazy.
I think the crowd enjoying this as much as we've seen at any of our Derby events here on TNN Motorsports. Let's have a look. Boom! And
There
not
he
much
is.
Cadillac left.
That's right. That's right. Dan McPherson, or 51, Jimmy Hummel putting the hit on Bob Finette. Here he is again putting the hit on Bob Finette.
That's a
Bob had a
welfare
rough day.
Cadillac now, Dante.
Yes, it is.
Lifting right off the ground.
Ooh, look at he put the corner right in the trunk there. That's a great hit.
Just poetry, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He knows there's no secret why he's won so many events.
That's a haiku.
That's a haiku. That's right.
Look at that. He knocks the wall out on this one. Watch that. Man, that's a good hit.
Let's go down to Dave Burns. Dave.
Well, there's not much surprise that Jimmy Hummel is going to move on. The second place car, that's not really much of a surprise either. That'll be the 58 of Roger Larson Sr. And consider this, Hummel may have been hitting Larson so bad just to get rid of one more competitor for the final, guys.
Well, I'm not sure everybody agrees with the decision, but it is final from the Demolition Derby determinator, Dutch Holland. Stay with us. Later on tonight, we'll find out if 51 can mean the main event. We've got shootout 3 coming up. TNN Motor Madness. Now, with 3 shootouts down, that completes the first quick draw qualifying round. And we're going to take a look here in just a minute as exactly who those guys are. There they are, Dan.
Number 1 there, 05, Liz Eby. 75, Billy McMahon. 06, Bill Eason. 03, Richard Bowman. 51, Jimmy Hummel. And 58, Roger Larson Sr. Advanced to the final here.
And everyone very well deserved. Let's go down to Dave Burns. I bet he has rounded them up and lined them up.
By golly, Steve, we have the participants at the end of the quick draw qualifying. Number 1, along with Stancy and Kim, Dusty's Dream Girls. First of all, Liz Eby run the first shootout. And Liz, you had some trouble there at the end. Were you surprised that you got the win?
It just quit at me at the very, very end. I thought maybe I'd get second, but I'm really happy to get first, and you can give me another camera anytime if it helps me out like that.
All right, she'll take the in-car. Bill Eisen, he finished first in the second shootout. Now, Bill, did you bring the dog with you this time or not?
No, I left the dog at home.
And how about the girlfriend?
Yeah, she's here.
She's here but not driving. Bill Eisen takes the win for Joe Mikowski. And Jimmy Hummel, I mean, you creamed him out there at the end, but what about taking such a hard line on Roger Larson to get rid of the 58 car at the end? I mean, you both were going to transfer.
Well, we got to hit the last car going. He was the last car moving, so I had to hit him when they dropped the flag.
That's right, and one less guy he's got to deal with in the final, guys. Hey, Dusty Rhodes, what do you think about the 3 winners moving on to the final?
Well, I tell you what, I think it's great. Now, it's going to be a great finals when we do get there. But let me just bring something up now to you, okay? When I said you were coming on this program, yes, sir, I say you can't be...
They love their destruction derby up here. Okay, the 07 car of Sam Cardarelli.
Come on, you're
Italian. 11, Chuck Bucknam. 16, Patrick Ballou. 69, Ed Jaeger. 92, Ron Bonflattern, and Eileen Donahoe.
And Eileen Donahoe will have our onboard camera. She's from Brockton, Mass., the secretary at an auto gallery. She's been doing this for about 3 years. And by the way, let's take a look back, Dan Pastorini, at Eileen 1 year ago.
That's right. We saw her up here at the Slam Chowder last year, and she did a great job. Her boyfriend, she's one of the bad boys from Brockton, or she can be considered the bad girl from Brockton, but she had a good showing up here last year. And her boyfriend, naturally, is Jim Mann. We talked. There's that. I remember that shot. Do you remember that shot?
Oh,
from
she
last
almost
year?
had
Climbed
5
right on the
wheels
car.
instead of 4.
And there's the lace. You see the lace on her windshield?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what she can do this year. She's going to have a good run, I think.
And she's fired up. She's in that number 13 car.
Lucky 13.
Dream, I'm going with Ed Jagger. That's Mick's cousin. The Rolling Stones are here tonight.
Boy, I'm telling you, you're a mess. You're a mess. Look at number 11 right here, though. Big old station wagon went out of sight.
That's our rivalry that we talked about earlier in the show, the Bucknam bunch and the Brockton bunch. There she is. There's Eileen Donahoe, our onboard camera. She got a good shot there from number 69, Mick Jagger.
She may have some problems there as we look for her onboard camera. She's taking more punishment than she's giving.
And every once in a while, you can see that lace just flitting and flopping right up there. Oh, wind blowing. Oh, look at that.
She's in trouble. She's in serious trouble.
Yeah, she's still moving.
Boys, I think this rivalry is going to get rough before the night's over. It's going to get ugly.
Oh, man, that was the 92 car. Unbelievable. George Mack looked like the Dukes of the General.
Them a good old boys.
He's got a lot of stock car racing career down at Orlando Speed World, Fitflow, Florida. I tell you, I like 92 right now. I like him. Well, I did like him.
That's Ron Von Flatten, the 92 car. He substituted for George Mack.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what, they're taking a run at it right here now. Nobody's really got into that big station wagon coming at that number 11. Look at that. What is he doing there, Butterscotch? Change that tire.
He's stuck.
He's a little high-centered.
That boy needs a caution.
He needs somebody to hit him.
He needs somebody to hit him.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're catching on. Now you're calling it like you see it.
I learned from the best.
I'm telling you. And I learned from the best. Dante Pastorini.
That's Mr. Pastorini to me.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Ed Jagger just slams. Woohoo! This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Chuck Bucknam in the 11 car.
Oh.
One of the Bucknam guys, that number 11 car, piling up points. Oh, he just got rammed nose first into the pack. What a hit.
Woo. Hey, Grandpa, what's for supper? A mouthful of twisted steel, that's what.
Ed Jagger just pushed it into the pack.
Oh, there's lace hanging all over there. Look at this. Number 13. She's still moving, though.
It's Eileen.
Eileen's still moving.
That bad boys from Brockton bunch.
Yep. Speedo.
Arsenic and lace.
Old lace.
Old lace.
I hope it does.
She's doing her best.
You hope what's old.
That lace. So it's about to get tore up.
20 seconds to go.
She's getting knocked around in there pretty good. So's her camera. Oops.
Yeah, it looked like a...
Oh, camera still works.
Yeah, it looked like a giant cigarette lighter there. You see the front of that?
Scott. And she thinks women are more vicious than men. I'll agree with that. What about you, Dick?
I know that for a fact. The Olympic champion here.
I'll tell you what, this fifth Motor Madness. Oh, there it is. Look at old Dutch now. But it's got to look at him. He be looking, got an evil eye on it.
Yeah. I tell you, it's kind of like rodeo. They seldom really vocally disagree with Dutch's decisions. Let's take a quick look back.
There's a shot of Eileen getting hit by number 92. That was Ron Van Flatten. Here he is here putting a hit on, I can't see that car's number. Here's Eileen gonna pay back number 16. That's Patrick Ballou. Look at the bloomers flying, I'll tell you.
Don't go there.
Oh, there's a good shot by number 69. That's
I've heard old Dante see a few bloomers flying in live myself.
I warned you.
Nasty rumors.
Oh, there we go. Look here.
Joe Larson. All right.
All right, let's go down to Dave Burns. Dave, who's on top of the Dutch's list?
Well, it's going to be that wagon of Ed Jager's, one of the, actually from Levittown, New York. So Ed Jager moves on to the 69. Eileen Donahoe from Brockton, Mass.
Really?
One of the bad girls from Brockton. She will go to the final.
Whoa.
All right.
How about that? I tell you, sometimes subtlety out there is better than maybe getting a little bit too aggressive. Okay, speaking of aggressive, we're going to be back with shootout number 5 here on TNN Motorsports right after these messages. Stay with us. We are live on TNN Motorsports and having a ball in New England at the Auto World Back to School Bash. Demolition Derby will have figure 8s along later. I'm telling you, it's just a beautiful, beautiful evening. Starting to cool off a bit, but right now, to heat things up, we have got shootout number 5. There'll be 6 cars to go to the finals.
There's number 29, Jim Mann, getting ready for the Brockton bunch. Number 1, Kevin Tanquay. Number 10, Robert Gibbons. 23, George Bucknam, one of the Bucknam guys. 29, Jim Mann. 54, John Sartori. And Dave Moore, number 88.
And you know, Dante, Jim Mann in the number 29 car is known as Friendly Jim in this part of the country. Not because he's a nice guy at the Demo Derby circuit, but because he runs a very friendly used car lot with his Demo Derby pal, Eileen Donahoe.
Hey, you looking for a used car? Then come on down to the Auto Gallery in Brockton, Mass, where customers can always find the perfect car to drive off the lot.
So do you like this car?
Looking for a low mileage car.
A low mileage car? You need to speak to Friendly Jim.
Hi, I'm Friendly Jim. This is my low mileage section right here. I got a Merc Sable with low miles, compact edition, easy to park. What do you think of that?
I think it's a little too expensive.
Well, then come right this way. I got this AMC with 2 of its 4 cylinders in excellent condition.
I think he'd be more of a sports car guy, Jim.
Right here, I got this retail red Mustang for you. It's a real do-it-yourself project.
It even has all the extras, conveniently located in the back seat.
Does it have an engine?
Oh, you wanted an
engine?
All right, my friend, this is the car for you. It's only been in 5 derbies, and talk about low mileage.
And all the miles are in reverse. What a deal.
Whoa, such a deal from Friendly Jim.
Another satisfied customer.
He did want a Demolition Derby car, didn't he?
Butterscotch, I think Jim's been in your closet. Look at that wardrobe.
That's from the B.S. Jackson collection.
You can find it at Kmart. You can't find this at Kmart. Demolition Derby, and these are some bad shooters.
There's a 23 car, George Bucknam. They're getting right after it. Number 88, Dave Moore. He's got the checker cab out there.
Yeah, check's the cab right there.
A checker, a real live checker. They're indestructible.
He's on duty tonight, boys.
He's got the meter running, right? Right or wrong? Yes or no? Yeah, nay, Scott. Answer me when I talk to you.
I didn't know which one. Yay, yes.
Man, I'm talking.
Heck, you got a shot collar on him over there.
I'm telling you.
The chuckbuster of Dave Moore. 23 years ago. Listen to this, guys. Dave Moore in that checker has been doing this for 23 years, and he never won. Never.
The crowd is going wild. There's 29, Jim Mann. He's getting in there. Number 10 comes in and puts a good hit on. That's Robert Gibbons.
Big old heavy station wagon. Scotch, we done seen them make the move tonight. You see, he's been racing for 21 years. One of them bunked him.
Another Bucknum. This is 23.
Experience will out here. The nanner car again.
Do what?
We got another nanner in this one. Banana.
We got a what?
A nanner.
A nanner.
And
That 10 car, Robert Gibbons scoring a few points out of Brockton, Mass. Forgot to put gas in his derby car once. Well,
Brockton, Mass.
we've all done that.
Brockton, Mass.
Oh, baby.
A home of Rocky Marciano.
Boy, was that a risk, taking that kind of a front-end hit. Robert Gibbons in the car, but he had to do it to get on the board.
I tell you, that big station wagon right there, the American Auto Auction is just, he's on a rampage, I think.
And you saw him, George Bucknam, really getting knocked around in that car, man.
And Bucknam turns right around and goes after Jim Mann. They do have a serious rivalry.
Absolutely.
The bad boys right. Oh, baby.
This is war.
Yes, it is.
NWO Wolfpack dream.
Look at him right here now. 29, 23 trying to shove. But I think that 29 wants to get out and get that 10. Whoa, boy, this is a good one, Dante.
They're finishing up strong here.
Boy, it's a shame all 6 of these can't go, but only 2 will.
Oh, Dutch, he's evil, man. He'll be down there. He'll be eyeballing one. He'll be steady eyeballing.
There's our hero, Jim Mann. You met him at the top of the show, trying to get those Bucknams, 4-time World Championship finisher. He's just circling around out there. Maybe he figures he's got enough points and he needs to maintain. Oh, no, he's getting more aggressive. Now that's Mann in the yellow 29.
They double teaming.
Yep.
Is that?
That's legal. Only 10, not quite 10 seconds left here. 12, 11, 10.
They're smoking down here, too. I can't you.
Hold them if you got them, and they got them. And we get a little second hand, too.
Jim Mann's car doesn't look like it's banged up that much.
No, that might even hurt him. The flag is out. We'll know soon who the top 2 are. But that was one of the most aggressive shootouts that we have seen tonight and maybe ever in our coverage of Demolition Derby here on TNN Motorsports.
Well, they started off a little slow, but as you can see here, the number 10 car, they came on strong toward the end. Number 10, Robert Gibbons, putting the hit on Jim Mann. Oh, 23, George Bucknam just really put a good hit on number 10 there.
I don't think my checker number 88 is going anywhere.
No, I don't think the checker can last up here in Massachusetts. They might be good in New York, but not here in Massachusetts.
There he is. You never know, though. That surprised us a little bit with Donahoe in the previous shootout. Let's go down to Dave Burns. He knows officially who is transferring out of here. David.
Well, it's a very interesting result, guys. We have a Bucknam going to the finals. George Bucknam won the event. Second was Robert Gibbons, one of the Brockton Mass guys, but a very close third and not making the final was Jim Mann. Now, Dutch, why didn't the 29 car Jim Mann make the final?
Well, he got a couple of bad driver's door hits. I don't know if it's his fault or what, but he lost a point on that. But he was real close. Did a real good job.
He did, but he lost those points for hitting the driver's door. Couldn't avoid it in some cases, like Dutch said, but he won't move on.
And that is a cardinal sin in Derby. You cannot intentionally attack the driver's door. Jim Mann did it, but I don't believe it was intentional. Stay with us. We're intentionally coming back with shootout number 6 here on TNN Motorsports Live.
Down there is Dave Burns. Dave, what do you got for me, baby?
Well, you know, Dream, Dan, Butterscotch, Steve, I've had my doubts about this 3-wide start for the figure 8 race later on here on Motor Madness, but Glenn Riley, service station owner, has never done this before. He's never raced a figure 8 before. Glenn, how do you figure you're going to get through this thing even past the first lap?
I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough starting 39th. I really probably need Jeff Gordon's car or Jeff Gordon's tires.
or Jeff Gordon himself. Now, he may have the Jeff Gordon of the family here. His wife, Cheryl, is the mini stock champion right here at Riverside Park. Now, Cheryl, how come you didn't get the call to drive tonight?
This is kind of my parts car, and we just had an anniversary, and I decided to give it to him and let him take a shot at doing the 4-cylinder.
And since the season's over, I guess she can let her parts car go. And by the way, the Rileys used to be street rodders. They liked them because they were shiny, but they got tired of all that waxing. Trust me, this one is not going to have much to wax when this figure 8 race is all over later tonight.
And the one thing the figure 8 cars have that the Derby cars don't is a roll bar. When we come back for shootout number 6, there'll be another lady driver, Cindy Regimbald from Tenmouth, Vermont. We'll see how she does when we come back live on TNN Motor Madness in New England. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on TNN Motorsports. And for all the guys in our crew, we appreciate the wonderful welcome we've gotten all over the country, wherever Motor Madness may visit. And thank you, Brockton, home of the champions. It is time, Dan Pastorini, for shootout number 6. We're halfway home.
Number 4, Kevin Brown. Number 28, Larry Bucknam. 33, Scott McNamee. 40, Cindy Regenbald. 56, Bob O'Hagan. And 89, Mark Hayes.
Interesting with Cindy. She not only does this demo stuff and other automotive engines, she is an auto technician at a Chrysler Plymouth dealership. You think that's an all-male domain? Not so anymore. There's guys like Cindy Regenbald getting the education and the skills. They'll line right up with the guys in the service bays and line it up now. Oh, man. Man, what are you doing? The 33 car, Scott McNamee. Oh, maybe. How about 40? That's Cindy.
Cindy's getting right after it.
The black car with the blue number 40, and she is hammering them.
Is that a cross on her hood that I see?
Yeah, I think it is. You know,
a vampire killer. Oh, that's just a big Lincoln emblem there. She's driving a big Lincoln, Cindy Regenbald.
Oh, she got one right there on the side. What
Dr. Doom hit her that time.
Who did?
Dr. Doom.
Which one is Dr. Doom in?
He's in the 89. There he is right there.
That's Mark Hayes, painter, mechanic, second place winner.
There he is, Green.
I see him. Oh, they just missed his driver's side door. You can lose points. We done heard Dutch talk about that. Run up last year. I guarantee they're in a mess right in the middle, Dante. What are they going to do about this now?
They're huddling up right there trying to see who's going to break first.
And that little blind was cheering for Cindy Regenbald. You can bet on it. Number 40.
That's number 33, Scott McNamee. He's having a good run so far. We haven't heard too much from Larry Buckman. Number 28. He was the one that's talking earlier in the show.
Yeah, look at that. Did you read that? Is that guy crazy? Did you read that? Slam me on his car. Man.
He's going to slam you on his car?
Yeah, well, Big John will go collect a bunch of money from him before we do it so we don't get sued. Now look at that. What does that say, Butterscotch?
Wants to slam Dusty on his car?
When he runs this race, he's going to win it first.
What do you think about that, Scotch?
He better pack a lunch.
A big lunch.
I've seen the bionic elbow in action.
May have to put Butterscotch back into his security role, Dream. Oh, baby, red and white stripes rule the world here right now in the middle of the course.
That true Scotch can still protect you.
Whoa! Well, yeah, he's right there, I guarantee it. He's not.
You can just push me into him.
Yeah. Look at here, 2 feature wins, 17 trophies in 5 years in the Derby. Oh, Mark Hayes. I'm going to tell you, that's a mess going on out there.
Lots of debris out there.
We haven't seen a lot from that 56 car. I don't even know if it's on the screen anywhere. Looking down here on the asphalt.
Poor Kevin Brown.
The same car? He must be a hell of a body and paint guy. That's all I can say.
Either that or he cheats real good.
And a little of that does go on.
Just a little. Just a little competitive.
And that cheating, we don't get caught. What happened to Cindy?
But Dutch will catch him in a minute.
Tell that to the president.
Did you hear Scott up on all kind of news?
Dr. Doom gets with it.
Look at that shot. That was a nice shot right there. We are a long time.
The crowd is loving this.
And there she blows.
A couple of cars painted themselves into a corner right through at the very end, Dan. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, they did. They couldn't get out of that corner either, and I think that's going to hurt them. The 04 car took a couple hits on the door. I don't know what the Terminator's going to decide on that.
Penalize him. Penalize him.
Probably so.
Here we go.
There we go. There's Cindy. She's getting pushed there. She gets pushed into Scott McNamee, number 33. And then she gets sandwiched on both sides. Here comes Mac, number 33, putting the hit on 56, Bob O'Hagan. And then there's Larry Buckner. Larry didn't hear too much about Larry in this one.
No, and Cindy was pretty aggressive early, but kind of faded.
Yeah, a little bit. She looked like she stalled out there.
Well, I tell you, Mac was stout. It's not Mac to me.
Yeah, Mac has got to be the winner in this heat.
I don't know about the winner, but I think he's good to transfer. Well, everybody's got an opinion, but the only one that matters is Dutch Hollins. What's he saying, Dave Burns?
Well, and you both sounded pretty confident about Scott McNamee, and in fact, he has won the shootout number 6.
Yeah.
Mark Hayes in the 89 car, he's in second place. They'll both transfer.
All right.
I love it when we're both right.
I hate that when that happens.
Oh, man, and there he is. That's Mac. He transfers as he wins that shootout. Stay with us. We're going to come back to beautiful New England on a beautiful night with a lot of beautiful people for some more crashing and smashing on TNN Motorsports.
I got it.
River Park is as contemporary as any theme park in the world, including a new $20 million roller coaster. But this is a classic wooden coaster called Thunderbolt that generations of families have enjoyed here in New England. And for my money, it'll still give you a pretty good thrill. Okay, quick draw round 3 is complete, which means we have, what, 6 more drivers that have advanced to the final.
That's true. We've got... our results are coming up here.
There they are. Right there.
Number 69, Ed Jaeger. Number 13, Eileen Donahoe. 23, George Bucknam. 10, Robert Gibbons. 33, Scott McNamee. And 89, Mark Hayes will advance on to the final.
And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Dave Burns didn't once again have them lined up in perfect order.
Well, you know, that is true. And Ed Jaeger, he's living kind of large here tonight because he's not only got the Dream Girls on either side of him, but he's got his lucky helmet of 5 years that he only uses for enduros and demolition derbies. Ed, what's your favorite part about demolition derbies?
Wrecking everybody. I love wrecking cars. I put them together for days and wreck them in 20 minutes. It's the greatest feeling you could have.
All right, Ed is excited about it. Now, George got kind of left out down here on the end. He was the winner of shootout number 5. George, you're holding up the honor of the Bucknam family right now. How important is that here tonight?
Tonight, I'm going to win the whole show. I'm going to show all these mass boys. I'm going to show everybody. The show's mine.
So you don't care about your brothers or anything, or your cousins, you just go?
Nope. And all you guys in New Hampshire, eat your heart out, because I'm taking it home tonight.
All right, George found another dream girl as well. And we caught up with Scott McNamee. Now, Scott, you ripped him up in that last one. Do you have a lot of car left for the final?
Not really, but we're going to give him a Big Mac attack.
What do you think? Are you ripping stuff off or using the sledge?
We're using the sledge, we're using the winch, we're using everything we can get our hands on.
All right, guys, 6 more transfer to the final. These are the 3 winners.
And boy, they got blood in their eye.
Yeah,
all of them.
Oh, Josh better be careful putting his arm around her. He been drinking something too heavy, boys. I'll jump off here on him quick in a minute.
Well, that's shootout number 7 you see getting set up here at River Park on this slick asphalt track. We'll be right back to show it to you live here on TNN Motorsports. Only on TNN Motorsports. Having a ball here at Riverside Park. Welcome back, everybody, to TNN Motorsports Live. Motor Madness and Dave Burns again.
Well, we're with Steve Crash Bucknam. He is sort of the chieftain of the Bucknam clan. Now, Steve, we saw your nephew Larry get knocked out. You thought maybe he should have won, huh?
I thought Chucky should have won, definitely, in the heat before.
Well, Chuck did, but now let me tell you something interesting. Chuck said that family be gone. He's going to win the whole thing tonight. What do you think about that?
I think that was George. Chuck didn't make it. They didn't let Chuck in, but George is in.
You know, I think he's right. George is in. Now, George said he was going to beat even you tonight. Do you think he's got the car for it?
Yeah, he definitely does. He's a lot better driver than I am.
All right, and remember, he's got 1 digit missing tonight. He normally runs a 603, but tonight it'll just be a 60. Gil is the patriarch of this whole group here. Gil was known as the king of the demos here in this area. How in the world did you do that over all those years, Gil? Was it the best equipment or what?
I had the best cars on the track. Yes, a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work.
Well, how about luck? Did that have anything to do with it?
They say it was, but I sure am happy I won. Yeah, I might say that, but I put a lot of work into it.
And the legend has it that Gil put a motor together on his own that lasted 20 years, Steve, one that he built with his own 2 hands.
Don't underestimate how much work it takes to build a derby car, and don't ever underestimate the power of a pretty girl and little kids. The Dream Girls doing a fantastic job as we get ready for shootout number 7.
And there's the 2-car VJ Legate. 12, Dave Gauthier.
Good.
14, David Dickens. 60, Steve Bucknam. 79, Glenn Zimmerman. And 96, Steve Rinker rounding out the field.
I like you, Gauthier. I like
you like Gauthier.
Here's your in-car cam. It is Steve Bucknam.
Better known as Crash.
Yep, from New Hampshire. Been doing this for 24 years.
Poor Dave Burns had a little problem keeping track of the Bucknam family. There's a lot of them to keep track of.
Boy, they met right at ground zero.
Number 12 car of Dave Gauthier. 96. That is Steve Rinker.
And early, really making some hits is the 60 car. That's Steve Bucknam. You're on board with him.
Are those rubber gloves?
I think he's been to the doctor recently, Dante.
What did you call him? Excuse me, Mr. Pastorini.
Either that, he made a pass through a dairy.
All right, boy. I'm telling you, Dante, I ain't seen so many big cars like we've seen tonight.
Got to have.
I mean, they are huge and they are busting out there. I guarantee you.
E.J. Leggett wishing a happy birthday on the front fender of his car. Nice. We charge these people for this?
Yeah. He's a helicopter mechanic. Did you know that?
No. Huh, there's Steve Buckman again.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He got into him right there, rubber gloves and all. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, look at him right there. The balloon, 3 balloons on the top. None of them busted yet. Look at that, Scotch. The balloon's still blown up.
Maybe they're bumpers.
They might be full of helium.
Airbags.
They might be full of helium.
I hope I don't blow up.
How would you sound doing color, talking like you had helium in you?
I don't know.
Demolition car tattooed on his arm.
That's hardcore.
That's a true Demolition Derby pin if I ever saw.
Woo, boys.
There's 02 again. That's E.J. Out of Windsor, Connecticut. Full-time street stock driver. Really? I didn't know you could do that full-time. Woo. Pretty crafty driving going on, but 02, that's Leggett. He just got really sandwiched.
There's a lot of smoke going on down there. Number 14, Dave Garthier, firefighter from Westboro.
Whoa, boy, I'm going to tell you what, that was the lick of the night right there, guys. That was a hit.
I tell you what, I think the crowd tries to influence the judging a little bit, but those roars go up. Dutch can't help but hear them.
Yeah, you ain't going to influence Dutch.
No.
Dutch is steady to the task.
Oh, he hit it so hard his family felt it.
Still didn't break a glove.
Unborn members of his family.
Oh.
I'll tell you, Bucknam right now has got to really rate as a favorite to win this whole thing tonight. Look at us in the cars staying together. Smart driving.
30 seconds left to go.
Them gloves are holding up. That makes me feel better about the next time I have to go get my prostate examined.
You're crazy. Woo! I tell you, don't be acting a fool out here. You're crazy. Well, this is madness tonight. Oh, I'm telling you.
Look at them things.
Oh, Bucknam doing a James Garner spin there. Wow, baby Alaman left in a do-si-do.
And escorts him out the park.
And the clock.
That's all she wrote.
Comes in.
I tell you what.
Out. What a show Bucknam put on.
That was a good race.
Was it showy? Or was he doing damage? Only Dutch will determine.
No, he was doing damage, I believe, man. I'm going to call out on that. He was.
Like you said, Dream, best hit of the night in that shootout.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see Crash in the highlight reel coming your way momentarily.
Look at the crowd. They're loving this.
Oh, he knows he will. Look at this. He's trying to influence him.
Here we go. Right at ground zero. Put the hit right on the big dog, Steve Bucknam, right there. That's the 96 car, Steve Rinker. Not getting too much bite out there. They got a little too much water down. There's the 02 car of E.J. Leggett. And getting hit by Steve Bucknam. There's a good shot of the in-car camera with Steve. Putting the hit on number 14, David Dickens there. Lots of smoke.
All right, let's go down. Dave Burns. Steve Bucknam thinks he won it. The crowd thinks he won it. What does Dutch think?
We will ask Dutch. This was very close, guys. Dutch, you had 3 that were right in there. Who won the thing and who finished second?
Well, number 79 won it, and second and third is really, really tough. But that 60 had 1 hit up on number 14.
So Glenn Zimmerman takes it. Steve Bucknam comes in second, guys. And Butterscotch, I'll go try to set up that appointment for your prostate.
Appreciate it, Dave.
And David Dickens came so close, but no cigar. Okay, as we look once again at Steve Buckman's successful performance in the number 60 car with all of his accessories attached, we'll be right back. TNN Motorsports Live. We are back at beautiful Riverside Park Speedway for the Auto World Back to School Bash, the last champions in the Demo Derby World to qualify for the Intergalactic Crunch-Off. The crowd is really into it, and you can see the crowd so well. There's the girls. They got the Looney Tunes. They're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. You sure there's more than 2 of them? I'll tell you one reason that we're here is Musco Lighting. Were it not for Musco bringing in this portable lighting, we could not possibly bring you television quality pictures. The world-class leaders in sports and large area lighting. For more information, call Musco at 1-800-825-6020. And thank you again, Musco. And Dave Burns, I think I can guess who you've got.
It's one of the Bucknam, Stephen. I think I've got it down now. Let's see. Chuck is out. George is in. Larry's out. Steve is in. And he did it, guys, without power steering. Now, we did the Armstrong steering here tonight. Why did you not put it in to begin with?
I thought we're having a bigger track to play on. Don't need it.
Doesn't need it at all, and he is proud to keep up the honor here, guys. In fact, you think they're not into demolition derbies here in the Bucknam family? He's got his favorite 68 Coronet there with the number 603 tattooed permanently to his body.
Key word in that sentence was permanently.
I like him, baby. I like him.
Yeah? Let me see your... never mind. Here we go into shootout number 8. And again, 6 real hitters, Dan.
Number 9, Dave Wheeler. Number 15, Roger Masnick. Number 27, Jeff Zupta. 34, Justin Antonello. 43, John Puglisi. And 48, Curtis Diodario.
And Justin Antonello, very interesting. Justin Antonello is an aggressive demo derby driver who brings a whole new meaning to the phrase woman driver.
Kettlebrook Healthcare, please hold. Kettlebrook Healthcare, please hold.
Justine Antonello is a pleasant, hard-working employee at Kettlebrook Healthcare, where her happy disposition and willingness to help is appreciated by everyone with whom she works.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, come on, Justine. I'm looking for that report I asked you for about a week ago.
You give me 101 things to do every day. Don't expect me to do it now. I'll do it when I can.
Justine, do these papers face up or down on the fax machine?
How long have you been working here? The manual's in the top drawer. Read it.
Sometimes the everyday stress of work can prove to be too much, even for a mild-mannered woman like Justine.
Women drivers. Hey, lady, what do you think you're doing?
I got to tell you guys, that is a felony case of road rage if I ever saw
I'll
it.
tell you what, I'd hate to meet her in the parking lot at a mall.
Justine, next time, decal.
Woo, boy. Here we go. Oh, it's great to be back here live.
Justine's in that 34 car, zipping that decaf.
48, that's Curtis Diodario from East Hartford, Connecticut, owns Diodario's Auto Service.
I tell you, from now on, I'll take the Italian names. You can take the one.
Okay, fine, you say that.
Well, I tell you what, that big old Lincoln just backed in there looking for somebody to hit on that number 43 right here.
Another big Lincoln.
I think we found the replacement for the Cadillac.
Yeah, look here, he did a blindfold race once here. And I guarantee you, much smoke be going on, he'd be blindfolded out there again. Boy, he's got some power, though. I like that old 9 too, Dante.
That's Dave Wheeler from Ware, Massachusetts. Goofy Dave, they call him.
From where?
Where?
Oh, he's from where?
From where?
Where? Ram truck rollover champion.
Wow. Yeah, I tell you. Ain't that the truth?
How's Justine? You doing the 34?
I haven't heard too much from Justine. I think that's her stall.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's in there.
27, Jeff Zupta's got a little problem out there. Runs figure 8s, derbies, and enduros.
He's trying to get it restarted. I don't like his chances.
Oh, that's a little problem. We have a little leakage of fluid.
Well, fortunately, it's coming from the front end of the automobile, not from the gas tank location.
Well, Scott, you had called that earlier in the night.
That's
about
right.
the fluid to be leaking. And there you were. There you go. That's your first good call. We're an hour and a half into it.
What I get for it?
Huh?
What I get for it?
A deep seat, the four-way look, baby.
There's Justine.
Look at that. There she is.
Her husband got her into derbies 2 years ago. She runs 12 a year.
I wonder if she's still got a job after our visit.
I don't think her boss was going to even attempt to fire her.
Could get out of the parking lot.
Reckon her and her husband ever get out in the backyard and just do a little smashing.
This is a family show.
Smashing.
Well, I mean, practicing.
Settle those domestic disputes with a couple of rental cars?
Probably.
We have.
On occasion.
Not domestic.
I tell you what, there's some limping going on out there. Dave Wheeler, Goofy Dave, is a limping around.
Number 43, John Puglisi, is doing a good job from Orange, Connecticut. Seems to be the most active one out there so far.
Yeah.
There's Justine. That was a little love tap on
the hitting here in Shootout 8 hasn't been quite as organized as it has been in some of the others.
No, they don't seem to really have a pattern. They're just kind of...
They're pushing. They ain't hitting.
They're shoving.
They're shoving. That's right, Ray.
They're glancing blows. They need to be striking blows.
As this one winds down, notice over the course of the evening, 4 drivers have been scoring points using the front end instead of the back end.
Yeah,
it's risky, but the Dutch seems to like it.
Yeah, I guess if they hit with the corner, it's
yep.
It's a little bit more stable. Well,
I'll tell you what, this one's over right here.
Yep.
Is that Dave Burns hanging off there? No, that's the flag man.
I think there's a pattern to where Dave Burns is.
Good shot of just.
Yeah, but that top shot looked like Dave was there hanging off there, you know, but I didn't see the striped shirt.
They're busy in the truck racking up the recap, and here it is.
There's Justine getting a hit from the 09 car of Dave Wheeler. 43 in the background. There's John Puglisi. John did a pretty good job. I think he's going to wind up being our winner here. There's the 09 again, Dave Wheeler. He might be one of the 2 finalists going back, too.
Hot Rod Lincoln. You read that?
Right. You got it, Dream.
In flames.
And again, more of those big cars.
Big cars.
Lots of big cars.
Look at them right here.
Massachusetts.
Yep, even got the opera windows. Let's go down to Dave Burns. Dave.
Well, Steve, very interesting. The King's number 43 makes it, and again, because John Puglisi is the winner of this shootout. Dave Wheeler in the 09 finished second, and before she finds out, I'm getting out of here because Justine didn't make it.
I don't blame him. I'm telling you.
Leave on the bus, buddy.
Yeah, run for high ground.
Oh, man.
Killer car.
All right, we're coming back. If you've been keeping score, we're shootout number 9 live here on TNN Motorsports. Motor Madness having some fun in the Northeast. Only 3 more shootouts remain here at Riverside Park before we get to the figure 8 competition. The first here on Motor Madness that we promised you at the top of the show. What a wonderful place this is, and no, there's nothing on fire. The asphalt here on the front straightaway is just dried up enough where Dutch Holland, you see him right in
yeah,
the
look, it's
picture
stellar looking.
Yep.
Standing steady to the task.
He's got the style.
He's got it, brother. My man.
Here we go with shootout number 9. We've got 31 Mike Merrick, 39 Bob Anderson, 41 Bob Napolitan, 46 Michael Dinio, 49 Jim Consalvo, 65 Gary Sparks.
And Sparks will be a flying.
You betcha.
You want that one back?
No, I throwed it out there. I ain't taking it back.
Stick. All right, here we go.
Some of them don't, Steve.
Most of them, mine don't. Butterscotch Jackson joining us here on Butter Madness.
Butterscotch, are you related to number 39? His nickname is Fireball.
Well, you know, I might be kin to a whole bunch of people there, Mr. Pastorini.
I'm telling you. That the truer words were never spoken. Already smoking out there here on Motor Madness here on Friday night. Look at that big old station wagon pulling the load right there. 2 of them there.
If you want to rip your car strictly by looks, Gary Sparks, that 65 car with all the flames and designs all over, it's really cool. Demo Derby is a way of life for him.
31 Mike Merrick. Oh, 49 just missed getting sandwiched. That was Jim Consalvo there. There's Fireball Bob Anderson, one of the Brockton bad boys we met earlier. Been running derbies for 34 years with 57 feature wins all over New England.
Hey, you know what, guys? I'm telling you what, this is good. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to lay this out here, you know. I got to wish my daughter, Jill Margaret, happy birthday. 16 years old. She's been wanting a car. I hope she's watching, because this is one that she might be getting one of these right here. Nothing more than this one right here. I guarantee it. Wow.
You're a
birthday,
father.
yeah.
A wonderful father.
Yeah.
He's really special.
Oh, man.
Interesting, Gary Sparks right there in that 65 car as a tow truck driver. It is also...
Yeah, happy birthday. There you go.
His 34th birthday.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was good.
Nice hit, too.
Notice the crowd reacts just like they do in a boxing match or a wrestling match for that matter. They react to the big hits.
And we've had some big hits. Look at that. He's got tusks hanging out the front of him. You see that long tusket?
There's 65, the tow truck driver, been doing this for 10 years, won the Foxborough Fair Derby in 96, and pays the rent with his Derby winnings, believing that, along with his tow truck driver paycheck.
We got a couple of station wagons locked up out there, Mr. Avens.
We got a minute left on the clock, and there's not a lot of movement out there.
No, I know. They locked up.
Michael Dinio, number 46, put the hit on Fireball Anderson broadside and knocked him almost over the wall. Now they're hung up. Yeah.
Boy, look at this right here. What a nice shot.
Whoa,
right
and you
there.
hear the tire blow.
I told you sparks would be a flying. You mocked me, Mr. Evans, but there you have it.
You know what?
I'm prophesying up here.
I apologize for that. Never again will I ever again do that to you.
Look at him. Dante, they ain't even. They getting some pushing and shoving.
They grunting out there, ain't they, Durian?
He penetrated. They're not going to get on. There we go. They got on hook finally.
Well, there's a fire going on down there, not only from the flames on the paint job, but fire in the hole.
That's the last thing that Jim Consalvo needed was another hit. Oh, baby.
Michael Denio just really put the hit on a lot of people.
2, 1,
It's
0.
over.
And mercifully, shootout number 9 comes to an end.
With some carnage.
Oh, baby. Now, which car do you think your daughter would like out of this, Dusty?
The one that ain't running is what I'm going to get her. I guarantee it. We'll work on the motor when she's about 18.
The biggest, slowest one. Okay, let's check it out one more time. What do you think, Donnie?
Here we go. Ground zero gets a lot of action out there. Number 31, that's Mike Merrick. Bumping the number 39 car. There's 46. Getting ready to put the hit on Jim Consalvo. That's 46 is Michael Denio.
You got a clear-cut winner here?
Oh. No, I really don't. The Fireball was doing a pretty good job out there until Michael Denio put his front end in his side right there, number 46. Look at that hit.
I think 49 might have enough points early on to get a transfer.
Yeah, I think you might be right. 46 came to life toward the end and tried to get some hits in. He might have made it.
Dream, you favor these station wagons.
I love them station wagons. I love them big old cars. I got the hiccups all of a sudden.
Okay.
Somebody bring me water.
There goes, right to Atlanta. Dave Burns, what do you think?
Hey, Steve, the Demolition Determinator team have come up with the fact that Jim Consalvo, even with all those late hits, will finish second in the 49 car, but Michael Denio in the 46, he is your winner in this shootout.
Two very good choices, no question about it. UAW well represented on a beat-up card. Okay. We'll be back with more Motor Madness on TNN Motorsports Live right after this. Stay with us. Well, you have to run around in circles. It might as well be on a beautiful merry-go-round like this one at Riverside Park, or as us aficionados of these devices call them, carousels.
They make me sick. I get nervous when I run the carousel.
Yeah, 13 years in the NFL, and a carousel makes him sick.
I hate to go around in circles. There's our results here. 79, Glenn Zimmerman. 60, Steve Bucknam. 43, John Puglisi. 9, Dave Wheeler. 46, Michael Denio. And 49, Jim Consalvo. Advance to the final.
And as become our tradition here tonight on Motor Madness, let's go down to the Dream Girls and Dave Burns.
That's right. Our latest quick draw qualifying right here. Glenn Zimmerman, you've had a little time to sit around and think about this. Much damage to your car. Can you do it in the final?
The cars are actually in really good shape. So we just got a little bit of work to do, and I think we'll be all set for the final.
All right, let's head over to John Puglisi. John, you won. Do you have anything left for the final?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. The car's still in one piece. I mean, it's a couple little dents. That's it.
All right, and let's talk to Mike Denio. Mike, do you have your favorite kind of demo car here tonight, or did you win with something a little bit less than you normally like to drive?
Oh, I won with a station wagon. That's my favorite kind of car.
Doesn't matter what kind of station wagon. Any kind is good?
No, as long as it runs and moves, I'm happy with it.
All right, well, Mike Denio, he is the guy, and this is the quick draw qualifying.
Well, I tell you what, David Burns.
Now, Dusty Rhodes, we talked a little bit earlier about how goofy you might have to be to run in the figure 8 race that's coming up just a little bit later. What if your name is Looney? Mr. Goulet here, Lee Goulet, his nickname is Looney. Now, where did you get that nickname?
One race, my wife and daughter thought it up, and it just stuck. Everybody said it was fitting.
Now, speaking of your wife, I understand she really wants you to run this figure 8 racing all the time, right?
Oh, yeah, we do it on Saturday nights professionally now, and it's a great thing Riverside does for us.
Now, she's not sending you any kind of a message by wanting you to cross that X every time on a Saturday night?
As a matter of fact, she says it keeps me out of trouble.
All right, and Looney Lee says that crossing the X is absolutely the best part of the figure 8 racing. Don't go away, folks. If you'd like the Demo Derby, you're going to love the figure 8s later on.
It's going to be fun, but coming up in our next to last shootout is the heavy hitter number 19, Joe Tamazuski, winner of the 1997 Great Lakes Car Wars and a member of Dusty's Dream Team. How can he do against 5 others? Well, stay with us. We'll be right back on TNN Motorsports. Dan Pastorini, shootout, DS10
Well, with number 22, James Garimaldi, 32, Lenny Hirsch, 37, Larry Cavallari, 42, Kevin Bishop, 50, Brian Jones, and our favorite guy, Joe Tomaszewski, number 19.
Tomaszewski will carry the onboard camera. He loves that camera. Thinks it's lucky.
He's on the dream team.
Yes, he is. He's one of the main men, I guarantee you.
Let's check in with Dave Burns.
You mentioned in the lineup there, Lenny Hirsch. Now, Lenny has a name, Wrong Way Lenny. This is Jim Mann. He's out of the event, but he's sort of the spiritual leader of the Brockton group. Now, Jim, Wrong Way Lenny Hirsch, where did that come from?
About 5 years ago, we were at this track doing the figure 8 race, and in the warm-up lap, well, they gave the green flag. He forgot to turn into the X and went around the track and ended up head on against the whole pack. And I thought he was going to get killed. There was 20 cars coming right at him, and he's going.
This is the guy that you are pinning your hopes on now.
I'm hoping so. He tells me he wants to put a good licking on that number 19 wagon out there.
All right, let's hear it up for Wrong Way Lenny.
And that 19 wagon, we all knew that is Joe Tomaszewski with the onboard camera. There it is. Go on to New York. We're going to get the start. Whoa, he's delayed just a little bit, let everybody else move, and then got a heck of a shot.
That's somebody.
Ooh, crafty
missed you there.
Yeah, I think it was crafty driving.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Joe really knows what he's doing. He takes his time, picks his spots. We've seen him in numerous situations, Scotch, and I guarantee you, he's out here. He's one to beat out here. I guarantee you that much. Oh, 32 hooked up pretty good right there.
32's Lenny. Wrong Way Lenny.
Yeah.
Seem to be going the wrong way now.
They give Jim Grimaldi.
Wow, look at this shot. On board right there. That was nice.
That was our onboard with Joe Tomaszewski.
Yeah.
We got another station wagon that's in the dream.
I'll tell you what, old Lenny lasted them bad boys right there. We got more. Yeah, there's more one station wagon out there now. What are you looking at?
That 32 wagon is in trouble. That is Lenny Hirsch. He has not moved for some time yet. He's not playing possum. There's 19, Jose.
Yeah, and he'll come and get you too. See that? See what he did? Oh, look at that. Jacked him up. Now look at this. What a shot that is. Back up. Get somebody. Get mad with him, Joseph.
He just about lost that right front wheel.
This is Joe's 6th TNN Motor Madness Derby.
And let's remember, he is the defending champion of that Great Lakes event.
He's a winner. He's been around too long not to. 11 championships to his credit.
Larry Grimaldi.
22.
Showing a little fight.
I think being on that dream team has given him the spirit he needs to continue Josie Tomaszewski.
Kevin Bishop just put a good side shot there.
Joe's driving is so smooth, and some of that is the preparation of the car, getting the shift linkage just flawlessly.
You notice how he doesn't mess around. He gets in and gets out.
Yeah.
Hit and run, buddy.
He'd go and make his licks, and then he gets that 11 championship in 26 years. You hear that shot?
I heard that all the way up here.
What a great shot. You know, nobody does demo derby like the people here at TNN. I guarantee you see it all right here. Beautiful job, guys.
Credit to the engineers that got those cameras.
Give him a Dream Team shirt.
James Garimaldi, championship figure 8 racer.
That looks horrible, don't it, guys? Look at that.
That's carnage. Look away.
Here comes Joe. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah, watch him shift to get out.
And Joe doesn't have much time to work on his car, as the guys do that were in the early heats. Brian Jones, look at the tire. Look at the left rear tire.
Brian Jones, his 87-year-old grandfather, Henry, does most of the prep work on his cars.
Whoa! Oh. Look at that. Just bust right through.
Parts everywhere.
What? Oh, the Dutch better be watching the same race we're watching.
Or watching a monitor.
Look at this shot. Boy, on board, don't get no better. Put you in the house right here on Madness. He's laying some smackdown on him here, Daddy.
Somebody put one of them little leaflets on his car. I don't know what.
Don't park here.
That's all she wrote. There goes the trunk.
He knocked the trunk right
What a great finish.
The metal's flying.
Oh, man.
Oh, big hand in the background on a lot of it's for Joe Tomaszewski.
They're loving it.
Oh, man. No driver has ever given our crash cam a better ride than this.
Not like Joe Tomaszewski. I'll tell you what, our cameras go through the full test when they're in his cars. There's a good shot on the 37 car of Larry Cavallari. 42, that's Kevin Bishop putting the hit on Joe there. Here comes number 22. That's James Grimaldi. Here's a good shot from our in-car cam with Mr. Tomaszewski.
What a shot.
That's that dream team coming out in him.
I'm telling you.
You must have fired him up by putting him on that team, Dream.
I'm telling you, you're on it. You're on it, Dante.
Well, I'm fired up.
I know it.
I want my hat, my T-shirt, and I want all the good stuff.
I know it. We got to get Robert to get into it. I think you only bought one. Cheap son of a gun.
Let's go down to Dave Burns, who's not a cheap son of a gun. He paid for lunch today.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Steve. I do appreciate it. That German food was good, too. Hey, Tom Mazewski's in again. What can you say? The guy is a pro. Kevin Bishop, he finished second, and wrong way Lenny. He had it pointed the right way, but, guys, he just had no fire in the hole.
Nope. Didn't get Dutch's attention much at all, Lenny Hirsch. But I'll tell you, Tom Mazewski, if you're a betting man, if you can get odds on Vegas and Demo Derby, I bet the farm on this guy unless something unsuspecting happens. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Motorbat.
Potholes, dirt roads. Most people wouldn't think of driving through stuff like that. But then that's the beauty of Subaru all-wheel drive. It automatically transfers power from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip, which means it does the thinking for you.
Sorry, mate.
All right, we are back at Riverside Park, and I'll tell you one thing, Dan Pastorini, they have got the best-looking winner's circle that we've seen on Motor Madness in a lot of ways, and there's a lot at stake besides cash and bragging rights.
That's right. The sponsors, Crane Cams, Jet Hot Coatings, demo drivers are thrilled to have the support of these respected names in the automotive industry here.
Absolutely. We thank them for their continued support, and of course, what everybody wants to leave here with is a berth in the Intergalactic Crunch-Off. Those pretty ladies will probably be there. Will the Dream Girls be at the Crunch-Off, Dusty?
You better believe it. I guarantee you. Look at that. Look at Dutch standing in the middle. Steady as a soldier. Look at it.
Manolete. All he needs is a cape.
Okay, for our 11th shootout, we've got number 44, Tim Santa, 45, Joe Jacobs, 47, Bob Genovese, 53, Mike Turner, 55, Robert Black, and 18, Walter Miller, round out our last shootout.
And remember, as soon as this is over, they will line up over 60. Wow, the 60. Take your 8 cars.
And Miller is one of the Brockton boys. I don't think we have any of the other fellas in here. Here we go. Number 44 right there. And Tim Santa starting things off. We're having a little trouble getting some traction out there. There's Walter Miller for the hit.
Well, they kind of got a pile of water over here. They're trying to stay out of it.
Mike Turner kind of did a roundhouse there, Dusty. It looked like one of your elbows. He swung around, got some traction to that drier asphalt, and really put a good hit there.
Yeah, he jumped out of that. That was a nice move. See that, Scott, what's going on there with 55?
That's Robert Black.
14 years you've been doing this, Steve.
A lot of hitting going on. Everybody's really in this thing. Tim Santel, that's the 44 case just there from Marlboro, New Hampshire.
You got to win this one, you know, to get there. That's the one. If you ain't in this one, you ain't going to be there at the end.
You know, Tim Santel, that 44 car, claims that the last Demolition Derby telecast, one of us misread his name as Satan.
Yeah, that wasn't me. And
no.
And it wasn't Dante. It must have been Ralph Sheen.
Poor Ralphie's not here to defend himself.
He's with my good buddies there with the World of Outlaws.
Walter Miller, 18-year Derby veteran, likes hitting. He certainly does.
Yeah, he liked getting hit, too, because he just took a shot.
There's the donut car.
Yeah, stay seated. Don't get up because you've seen a donut.
He's about to be dunked here.
And Joe Jacobs lost to a woman in the last Derby.
That's something dead laying out there on the track.
The donut.
No, that's somebody's front end. Look at that.
Let's go break something. That's a good bumper sticker.
I think the donut is done. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
They're trying to gang up on Walter Miller over here.
Got a throttle stuck out there on some car. You can hear it revving way, way up. That's not good.
Boy, that was a good look. Now, Dante, there's more moving in this one than the last few. I guarantee you, they know what the importance of getting to the finals are.
You got it. You got 5 guys out there that are really hitting hard.
Mom's so proud.
Well, you're right, Dream. It's getting down to hog killing time for the qualifying. and they getting with it. They're getting right with it, except that donut car, which I'll be checking out personally after this shootout.
This 18 car, and he's one of the problem guys. That's Walter Miller. He is in trouble. He is dragging the butt of that automobile.
Yeah, that's the only way you could call it. I guarantee it. That's what's good about TNN right here. Call it like you see it. Running out of time, guys.
He's going to try to limp around for another 5 seconds. 3.
Bob Genovese, 47 car. He's got so much damage. If he transferred, I don't know how he'd come back.
Yeah, really.
A monster burnout, though. Bob Genovese.
Go.
Wow, what a burnout. What carnage. It's going to take 6 wreckers, I think, to get these off the racetrack. There's only about 1 or 2 that'll even move.
And some jaws of life to get them out of the cars.
Good point.
Here we go. Number 18, Walter Miller, starting things off there. Good shot. Notice how he got that corner into the middle of that trunk. Made a big dent. Now he's getting a little shot there on the driver's side, but puts a hit on number 44. That's Tim Santoff. 55, that's Mike Turner.
If he got points for the most spins, it'd be Mike Turner.
Yeah.
The pink car. There he goes again.
And there they are. All bunched up.
No, there they were.
Yeah, there they were, right.
There's the donut car.
I love this.
See what Dutch is going. Dutch not to give that donut car a win. Go. He knows he might give him some free stuff.
47, that was Bob Genovese.
He better save me a hot glazed.
Well, let's go down to Dave Burns. David?
Hey, Dan, the 55 car of Robert Black, the gravel pit manager from Sandusky, Michigan. He is the winner. He'll transfer. And also Tim Santaw in the 44. Those are your two, the final 2, that'll make it into tonight's final immediately following the figure 8 race.
And that is Brand Holland on Dutch's left, his wife of many years. Definitely the brains and beauty behind that operation. Stay with us. You are not going to believe the figure 8 racing that's to come here live on TNN Motorsports. Ah, wow. Mind eraser.
Yeah,
and just looking at it, it works.
Your mind.
I don't even have to write it to erase my mind. Boy, that is something. They have spent a fortune on this place. One of the fastest growing theme parks in America, in the world for that matter. Okay, let's take a look. It was Joe Tomaszewski, Kevin Bishop, Robert Black, and Tim Santaw out of the final 2 shootouts going into the final. And those cars are all back in the pits being hammered on, welded on. They got out every kind of screwdriver you can imagine.
Yeah, they trying to get them back together. I guarantee you that's my man Joe. Remember the dream team. It's going to be a great finals, I guarantee you.
One thing they don't worry much about is Bondo.
No.
They're far beyond Bondo.
And that ain't James Bondo either.
It's getting late, folks. Let's go down to Dave Burns.
Steve, Joe Tomaszewski's number 19 came home a winner again. Joe, is that a car you've used before? Did it have some experience behind it?
No, that's not. I've never used a car before, Dave. This is the first time out here today. But experience, yeah, about 26 years of driving. And a good time. I like it out here.
All right, Joe's a winner again, guys. Now, Robert Black, this is kind of neat. He has a little dedication he's going to make here. He's been doing it for about 6 years, and you want to dedicate this win to someone.
Yeah, this derby was for my brother Roger. He couldn't be here with me, but I know he's up there. It's just great. That's what it was for right there. It's all what it's about.
Yep, he lost his brother a few years ago, and he dedicates this win to him tonight, and he hopes he can dedicate a win in the final to him as well.
Right on.
Yeah, you know, let me tell you something just for a second right here.
At the front of the grid, and when you work on a race car, you qualify for the pole by hard work, testing, little tweaks here and there, making it just right before you ever sit on the pole. Bill Johnson sits on the pole here tonight for our figure 8 race. Bill, how did you get the pole?
Oh, I got it luck of the draw. Didn't have any.
You drew for this?
No, TNN drew it for us.
So we drew it, and Bill Johnson gets the draw. Now, you're going to catch up with the field real quick, though. So is this going to be just like starting at the back anyway?
No, it's going to be worse. At least at the back, you had a chance.
All right, Bill Johnson will go from the front of the grid here, guys. Who knows? He's going to hit that pack real quick, and we'll just see how he goes. Dan Pastorini, where are you?
Well, David, I'm over here in the Central X here, where the figure 8 is going to take place. We have an 8-minute long heat here. These 60 cars are going to be coming past this intersection. However, the normal intersection has been cut short. It's kind of like playing football on a field with no field markers. So these guys are going to come into this turn here. We have the end of the barrier over here that's going to shorten up the field. They're going to have a short wall to turn, a sharp right turn to come over here, and then speed up along this straightaway, and it gets a little busy out here. It gets a little bit of a traffic jam, a lot like rush hour. You need not have any problems getting through this section, except if you're in the back row, you're going to have a lot of the front guys coming across here, and it's going to make for a very interesting intersection here about after the first lap. So, David, I think position is a very important key in the starting grid. And how do the guys in the back of the row feel?
Well, we'll talk to Bob Pinette. There are only 5 cars starting behind Bob. Now, we talked to the guy in the pole, Bob. He thought he was maybe at a disadvantage because he caught the pack so quick. Is there any advantage to being back here?
Not really. The race is too short. 10 laps. You're going to have a hard time to get to the front.
Can you get it done in the short time you're going to have here?
Possible. Possible. We'll try real hard.
All right, he's a former winner here at Riverside, so who knows? Bob Pinette could do it.
Pastorini described it as rush hour. Yep, rush hour in Beirut.
Boy, take a look at this.
Here's the guys competing. There's a whole bunch of them. If you find anybody you know or love, well, just yell out. These are all local drivers. A lot of them have crossed over from the Demolition Derby tonight. We saw some of them just literally running back over to the cars. These are all 4-cylinder automobiles or roll bar equipped.
Old Looney Goulet's in it.
He is, you know him?
Interestingly enough, that's Robert Goulet's nickname as well.
Yeah.
Looney, not many people know it.
Okay, I certainly didn't know that. Okay, stay with us and say your prayers for 60-some-odd guys who are crazy enough to try this kind of racing. Breath here. I don't know about you guys. I've seen figure 8 racing on TV, but I've never really seen one in person.
Well, let's do it. Let's hook them up. There you go.
The crowd roaring their approval.
Yep, it gets busy in that turn. Good gosh almighty, I
here you
ain't never
go.
seen nothing like it.
Here you go. Wow. I'll tell you what, this is madness right here.
Closest thing I've ever seen to this was Mexico City about 7 in the morning.
Wow.
Tokyo, Japan.
They got rickshaw demo derbies over there.
Well, they got spun around up there. I'm telling you, this is what Motor Madness is all about.
Well, number 16 is the leader.
Where is
That's
it?
all I can tell you.
98's the leader. 98. Right there. 98 working his way through. Did a good job. Come out of that thing. Uh-oh.
That's John Cafazzo is 98.
Man, I'm telling you, something's going down.
This is Bedlam.
It's what?
It's Bedlam.
Toby Clauser is that yellow number 16 car. We got one. Whoa. Whoa, we rolled one over is what we did.
And they don't stop for anybody. They just keep on going.
Pretty much so. Here's a replay coming up. Watch this one. We have liftoff. Whoa.
We have a problem.
2, a double rollover. And he's still out there.
Oh, yeah. He just picked it up and kept going.
Now, he's a dream team.
I mean, look at it. Look at it. Look at him.
They call these enduros, even though this is like 8 minutes long. It's enduro rules with no yellow. Sometimes they come out and do this all night.
Steve, there ain't no rules. 98, look at it. It's 98. 98 leads this thing.
I believe there's some Jacksons out there because they driving like some of my kin.
Yeah, running from the law.
How do you score this kind of a thing? How does anybody know who's leading it? They don't have electronic scoring, that's for sure.
I see guys going,
but I'll bet your director knows who's leading.
I think there's some payola involved.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Dutch don't know who's leading this thing. Oh, man.
What? Oh, there's the intersection.
Well, the intersection has kind of gotten clustered up out there, and we got guys avoiding the intersection.
Hell, no Goofy just come through there. Did you see him?
Yep.
Where's Looney?
Oh, Butterscotch Looney. I said Goofy. They're the same comedy, you know, same show.
Same thing.
Look at 98 still coming through there.
Like moving chicanes.
Yeah, I think these guys are all valet parkers in Hollywood.
They're cab drivers in New York.
What are they?
Well, they wouldn't get a tip, I guarantee you.
16 is our leader.
Well, 16's lead. What happened to 98?
I think he just drove in off the street.
That's Toby Clauser. He's had the lead 3 or 4 times now. Toby's doing a great job.
I don't think nobody knows who's leading. We're just waiting for this thing to end.
Oh, boy.
I'm sticking to Toby.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with 16 because he's on the screen.
He must be our leader.
Does it? Are
guys go in different directions here. I mean, I know there's an intersection, but I mean, it looks like somebody's going against the grain out there.
They have.
Like a salmon swimming upstream.
Well, I hear there's a rash of the pink eye going around here. So.
Yeah, and they're all got it too, brother.
They got it is right. Look at this.
They caught it from Big Wheel.
This is stunt driving.
So
16.
This is that's 12. He's in second place.
Yeah,
somebody said 12.
Bet on it.
Until somebody changes their mind.
That's his name, 12.
Yeah.
12. Curtis Diodario Sr. He was in one of our shootouts earlier.
He's on one of them foreign cars anyway.
They're all foreign cars, just about. They're all four-cylinder.
Oh, these guys are crazy, boy. I'll tell you. Watch this, guys. I'm telling you. Look at this now. Yeah.
I think a bunch of Shriners are going to jump out of the number 12 car. That or some clowns.
Whoa! Hold it back, boys.
Get him back.
Yeah. You know what? There's a series here.
Yeah.
I don't know what
what is it?
I think we're on to something.
Yeah, I like this now. I'm telling you.
This is action.
There's a new leader.
Yeah.
Number 24.
Which way's the wind blowing?
Jason Stomsky.
That is Jason Stomsky, who came from about the 15th row.
Yeah, at least. At least.
He got in the lead by just standing still for a while. They caught up with him.
We have him here qualified number 36.
He's a rumor attrition may have had something to do with this.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. They got a mess out in the middle.
Picture our motto in the open, drive it like it's stolen. This looks like our daily freeway chase in L.A.
Oh, man.
Road rage flies.
People just late. Got up against the wall down here now. 24. Still getting a lot of airtime right here. 24's the leader.
All right, there's the clock, upper left. 2.5.
And there's the car, lower right.
Thank you, Dustin, for putting that up.
I mean, yeah, at home, I guess 10.
There's the name at the bottom.
That's some good old boys at home. What are we drinking? Look at this. Oh, guys, what do you think, Bubba?
This is wild, crazy madness. Can't nobody tell us whether we're advertising falsely, boys.
Remember, we still have our big back-to-school bash final to run. After we got 137 wreckers in here to clear the field.
Oh, man.
You think anybody's drafting, Steve?
Oh, a lot of drafting going on out there.
Yeah, we need to call Ralph Shaheen. See if anybody's drafting out here. Get him on the phone truck. Oh, Lord. How many set of tires did 24 use?
I wonder how many cars Jack Roush has out there.
Uh-oh.
Not many.
Well, he's in a bad spot coming off that turn right there.
Well, he's still doing good.
24 is, let's see, who's, oh.
Yeah.
Pardon me, excuse me. Out of my way. Okay, move. Okay, stop.
Where's the Shriner's car?
They're all Shriners.
Shriners.
In the middle.
I guarantee you.
Oh, how about that move by the 68 car?
That was a nice move by him, I'm telling you. Where is he at in this thing?
Haven't a clue.
We'll find that out when somebody makes up the list of the winners.
Can you give us a rundown of the top 5?
It's scored by tarot cards.
Yeah.
Well, 24's got about 40 seconds.
We're pretty darn sure 69 is the leader.
Yeah.
Old 69.
We have taken a vote, and we feel that 69 is the new winner.
You're right.
Watch the right side of your screen.
Yeah, here you go. Nice move.
Oh,
nice move.
Sneaky guy.
24 just passed him up, though. I'm telling you, 24 just passed 69 up.
Somebody call the psychic hotline. Maybe they've got a clue.
Oh, they did. There's a race going on here now.
Was it 69 or 96?
No, it's 69. That yellow car chasing that other yellow car.
5.
I'm exhausted from watching this. Now
It's over.
This is action.
You don't win this, you survive it. Okay, we're told by the truck, and they know everything. This is the pass by 24 to take the lead.
I don't know if I'd want to be a flag man in this
Look at
sport.
that. What a nice move that was by him, too. Come back and got his win right there.
The Shriner's car won.
That was not the Shriner's car.
He knocked a few fences off during
He
that.
knows he won. So Jason Tomsky picks up the win, followed by John Gonofrito and Ron Flordy, and we'll be right back with our final Demo Derby heat. Pretty something. Unbelievable, Pastorini.
That first turn, you knew they were going to have problems coming into that first turn because there's such a sharp right hand. Here's a roll over there. I mean, I tell you, these guys have a lot of patience.
But I'd say I'd like to have the Maylocks in session right now, as it's all over. Everybody could use a little slug. Count on Maylocks. 1 minute Maylocks. I want a tape of this. You know, I really do.
I've seen figure eights before, but none like this. This is kind of a combination figure eight and destruction derby all wrapped into one.
And I thought a lot of it had to do with the fact that these are compact cars with quick little four-cylinder engines, very maneuverable. Are we running the tape backwards? No, we're not. The 00 car is running backwards. And here's the pass that won.
The pass for the win right there. Number 24.
Okay. And
Richard Petty couldn't have done it better, boys.
Is that Richard right there in the red hat? No.
That's Coach. Number 24, Jason Stomsky, 69 is second. John Gonofrito, and 56, Ron Plord is third. Let's go to Dave Burns. And what do you got for us, David?
I've got your winner, Jason Stomsky. And Jason, I guess the question for us and the rest of the world is how? How did you do it?
Just being a lunatic, I guess. I don't know. I've never done one. This is my first one. It was crazy.
So what did you do every time you came to the X? What were you thinking? What did you do?
Well, after I opened my eyes back up, I just got in the throttle and went. You got to try and find a hole and just thread right through it.
Now, did you know when the 69 car came past you that he was actually passing you for the lead?
Nope, I had no clue.
So did you know you passed him back for the win?
Oh, well, I guess I did, huh? I'm here.
Did you have any idea you were getting the win?
No, no clue. When I came across, I saw the checkered flag. I thought maybe, and then I seen it again and felt good, real good.
Okay, guys, that's the how. And as for the why, well, you mentioned Ralph Shaheen earlier, and there are flames on the car, Steve. And you know Ralph and flames. The car had flames. It was the winner. Dusty Rhodes?
Oh, man, let me tell you, we have seen
right here on Motor Madness.
But we've got warriors of a different type. Here at Riverside Park, it is time for the Demolition Derby final. It is the last opportunity for the guys who have traveled this circuit to make it to the Intergalactic Crunch-Off in late October. Steve Burns, or Dave Burns, rather, take it away.
Hey, Steve, the bad boys and girl from Brockton have gotten together and worked on Eileen's car. Eileen, how strong is the pink Lacey number 13?
Very, very strong.
Very strong. As strong as when you started?
Just about.
Yeah, any particular corner that you're trying to avoid getting hit?
No, not at all. The car's rock solid.
She's got a whole car, guys, and she's upholding the honor of the bad boys from Brockton, Mass.
They are bad boys, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the grid here, Dan Pastorini. We got a whole bunch of cars. They've opened the course up. It's twice as long as it was for the shootout.
Yes, it is. 5 is Liz Eby, 75 Billy McMahon, 6 Bill Eisen, 3 Richard Bowman, 51 Jimmy Hummel, 58 Roger Larson Sr. Number 69, Ed Jager. 13 is Eileen Donahoe, 23 George Bucknam, 10 Robert Gibbons, 33 Scott McNamee, and 89 Mark Hayes.
And the ladies have fared pretty well this evening.
The ladies have done a good job tonight. 79 Glenn Zimmerman, Steve Bucknam, 60 John Puglisi, Dave Wheeler, Michael Dino, Jim Consalvo. And to round out the field, Joe Tomaszewski, our winner last year, Kevin Bishop, Robert Black, and Tim Santoff.
Let's go back now to Dave Burns again as we get closer and closer to the final of the evening.
Hey, Steve, I'm standing by with Steve Crash Bucknam, who is in the final along with his nephew, George. Now, any teamwork going on here? Would you like to see a Bucknam come away and work as a team?
I'd like to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. A lot of cars out here, a lot of nasty cars out here.
Any way you can see them at all and work together? Is there absolutely no way?
We're going to try. I mean, I'm going to try not to hit them, but it's going to be pretty rough. Not a lot of room out here.
All right, and the feud lasts for one more race, guys.
Oh, I tell you, he said it the best. That man said there's a lot of nasty cars out here, and he is one of them. AA Fuel Nasty. We'll be right back with the start, the big event of the night.
Their typical day at work. But these are men who conquer fear.
finish off to the Monster Smash. It'll be held at the 81 Speedway in Wichita, Kansas on Friday night, October 30th. Remember, that's Halloween weekend. Ooh, scary. For information and tickets to the wildest Halloween weekend in Demolition Derby, call the 81 Speedway at 316-755-1781. Okay, we are moments away from starting the final here at Riverside Park. And Butterscotch, who do you pick to win this one? Get one of those spots.
Well, Mr. Evans, even though there's a dream team member out there in the finals, and I hate to go again McKinn, I'm going with Billy McMahon, Ed's boy, because I picked him in that first shootout, and I'm hanging with him.
My name is Steve. Mr. Evans was my dad. Don't listen to him.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I'm going with number 60, Steve Buckman. I just think, well, you just saw him. He's got his game face on. He's a tough guy. He's not afraid of anybody. Okay, what about Dave Burns? What do you think, David?
Steve, I'm going with the bad old black, number 51, Jimmy Hummel from Bayshore, Long Island. I think he's going to take it tonight.
And last but never least, Dusty, who do you like?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, I know me and Dante are talking about this thing just a little bit, but Dante, I'm going to go with Joseph, number 19. I guarantee you that. I think he'll be back in there. What about you, kid?
I think I'm going to go with Eileen Donahoe.
You going to go with the where?
I'm going to go with girl.
You mean in the... Yeah.
I'm taking number 13, Eileen Donahoe.
Of course you will.
Isn't that interesting? There's 5 of us, and we had 5 different picks, if I counted right. Unbelievable. All right, I'll let you say it.
Let's start the madness, Dutch!
Oh! And we're off. 44, Tim Santal. Number 9, that's Dave Wheeler. 69 coming in there on your screen is Ed Jagger. And there's my girl out there. There's Joe Tomaszewski, our in-car camera right there.
I almost picked Joe.
But you did.
Well, that was a good bet.
Yeah.
You'll notice there's no clock on the screen. That's because this is over when Dutch says it's over.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's going to have to pick his way through this. There's a lot of fine competitors out there right now.
Oh, there's a great hit by Steve Buckman right there.
Whoa, look at this. I like that Steve Buckman, too.
There's a jam up of about 15 cars they're trying to sort out right now. You can't score it, you can't move.
That's what she's saying.
There's Steve Buckman right there with his in-car camera. We've got 2 in-car cameras out there with Steve and
Joseph.
Joe Thomas.
Yeah, I don't like what I'm looking at here. That's my guy. I don't like it. Come on, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Ah, he's moving.
He's moving. That's good. There's my girl. There she is. Come on, Eileen. Let's go.
Whoa, look at baby.
Shot. Hello, wake up, doll.
From guess who?
Your guy.
Steve Buckman, yeah.
Don't get cocky.
I'm sorry.
Where are you at here, Scotch? What you got going now? Where did Ed McMahon go to?
I think he jumped on a Clydesdale and rode off.
There's my girl out there. Yeah, laugh about her lace in her pink car. She's rocking her lace all over the place.
Look at this shot right here. Just about got into. Oh, T-Bone. No.
There we go. That's my in-car camera. Oops.
Uh-oh.
She just blew her skirt up. My God. What happened?
The lace hood came up.
She's been watching Xena Warrior Prince.
She's working. She's cooking out there. She's doing fine.
Take a look at this, guys. I guarantee you, man, that was some hit right here. Crawled all over it.
That'll put clouds in your coffee.
Those guys aren't.
Yeah, I tell you, they're hitting so hard, it's starting to affect their cameras a little bit. I think they've just made her mad. They have made her mad. She got hit so hard, she lost her onboard. Never take a camera away from a woman.
If Tom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
I tell you what, they got a mess going there in the middle, too, right here.
Yeah. Car 16, that's Steve. 60, that's Buckman. Yeah,
come on, that's his own.
I need you moving, Steve. Move that camera, Steve.
But he's got a good camera. He doesn't look like he's driving.
He's trying to get it in gear or something here. He's lost some type of
oh, look at the hit he took in the right quarter. Oh, man.
I think Eileen did that to him.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure.
79 went by there with his hood straight up there.
I tell you, there is mud.
Tomaszewski's getting shoved out over here.
Woo! Let your freak flag fly.
Oh, man, that did it.
Yeah, and the hood went
79 is dead. Glenn Zimmerman took a hit there. You see his radiator just erupt.
I tell you, I think Dutch is going to let this thing go a good deal longer. It could jump down to the classic Derby finish of the last car standing or moving. Okay, let's go to Dave Burns.
Okay, for those of you scoring at home, get your scoring sheets out and look for these numbers. 79, 19, I know that's Tomaszewski, and 33. 79, 19, and 33.
79 is Glenn Zimmerman, 33 is Scott McNamee, and 19 is our guy, Joe Thomas. Tomaszewski, but I know Eileen is going to sneak up here and do good.
Look at all that smoke. James Bull and Coach East are going to be coming over here in a minute with all them smoke signals.
Let me tell you what, though. His hood is standing straight in the air. Is that Zimmerman? 79.
Yes, Glenn Zimmerman.
Yeah, I'm telling you. 33 now back in the fracas. He's back in the fracas.
Big Mac shootout round in number 3, I think it was.
Yeah, he said there'd be a Big Mac attack.
Yes, there was.
He's wreaking havoc.
How do you wreak havoc? Crowd is absolutely nuts.
They're going crazy, too.
Tires, smoke, what do you want? The next sound you hear will be popping tires.
You're right. My girl's still out there. Come on, Eileen.
Yeah, look at 19. Look at Joseph. He's looking for somebody to hit. And he might find it through this smoke in the fire.
The only surviving onboard camera, that'll tell you how hard the hitting has been is right now, and that's because Joe not only knows how to hit, he knows how to not get hit.
And he knows how to save our equipment.
I shouldn't have gone against the Dream Team member, Dream.
I'm telling you, he worked hard to get that. I guarantee you, see right in there now trying to stick and move, but he's in the middle of that mess right there, Dante, and I don't know if he can get out of that. Right there, there he goes, right in the smoke. See?
33, that's our Scott McNamee.
Yeah, the Big Mac.
The Big Mac attack just came off of Joe Tomaszewski and put a hit on 06. That's Joe Peklowski.
Oh, man.
Okay, as the carnage continues here, and it has been one of the most incredible hard-hitting finals we've seen, and it's a good way from being over. Stay with us. We'll take a very quick break and get back to the action here at Riverfront Park. Hanging in with us. The driver's taking a hit. So have we a little bit here at the Auto World Back to School Bash. We got one remaining onboard camera, the crash cam, and that is Joe Tomaszewski. And here's your current leaders, Tomaszewski, Big Mac, Scott McNamee, and Bill Eisen, who came in here as a last-minute entry and is currently, we think, about third.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's jumped right in there, Scotch. I guarantee you. C19 still moving, though. That's what you got to do.
He's a Dream Team member.
Look at it. Stick and move.
You called it.
Stick and move.
Eileen's still in it. She's physically actually moving. There she is.
Ed Boy's out.
There she is. Look at her. That lace is looking good. Looking good, Mama. Keep it up.
A little scary there when she got the lace in the face, though.
Yeah, the lace in the face. The old
only female in the finals, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Keep it running. Keep it running. Come on, come on.
You can do it.
Oh, man, trying to get it rolled over right there. Yeah, look at this.
What happened to...
I think my 60 car, Steve Buckman, is trying to get rolling again here. No, that's
my girl.
It's a battle of wills now.
You are a loser.
I am a loser.
Yes, your guy lost.
Your girl's going to need a great job.
What happened to McMahon?
Yeah, look at Joe there.
Joe's still cruising around.
Yeah, he was.
Let's go down to Dave Burns. What's happening trackside, man?
Well, Joe Tomaszewski is still looking good. So is Glenn Zimmerman and Bill Eisen. And yes, Eileen Donahoe.
Yes.
She is in the hunt, guys.
There you go, Dante.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dutch looking him over.
Come on.
Northern California man who's probably has more experience in motorsport than anybody in the world.
Yeah, he's steady. He's steady.
One of the Brockton bad boys and girls.
Look at that.
Man.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's a dead tire.
Got no wheel in it.
Scott, you used to have a gas in here.
I'm stunned.
Right here. Yeah.
Taps for everybody except, it would appear, old Joe.
Joe Tomaszewski. He's going to repeat it, looks like.
Yeah.
51.
That's back from the dead is Jimmy Hummel in 51.
He's the Phoenix. He's done rose from the ashes.
I tell you what, he just got a little tap there from 19. Joe's still in the ball game right there. Onboard camera still working right here on Motor Madness. Long shot right here. Here he comes. There they are. I tell you, there is mass. Was that Dave? Was that Dave? Who was 51 pick? Did he pick 51?
Yes, that's right. Jimmy Hummel. He sure did.
He's down there.
He's paying Dutch.
He gets feedback information, man. Oh, looks like a yard sale somewhere in South Louisiana.
I ain't
look at this now. Right there. Just enough. Give a tap. That's the score, Dutch. Dutch. That's the score.
There's another one.
Okay. Watch it now, Dutch. Watch it. Here it comes again, Dutch. Here's the score. No, it's the wrong score. Yeah, right here. There you go, Dutch. Watch him, Dutch. Watch him. There's a skull coming here now.
Other way, Dutch.
He's right there. Comes on board, Dutch. Get a look at this.
Well, our camera's still looking.
Look.
This is a 50.
Yeah, he's still in there. Got a light on top of his car.
Kevin Bishop.
This is the 15th round of the Thrilla Manila, boys. Of course, that fight got stopped in 14th.
Single Dad's is the best trophies his 5-year-old daughter, Sean. How sweet.
Ah, man.
Oh,
you ain't right.
Right.
That's
then
right.
he's got killer on the hood.
That's right. Look at here. As a hit, Dutch. Another score.
Where's Eileen? She's in the pile down.
Yeah.
Eileen, go home.
I'm telling you what, right here, there's some movement still in these guys. Wow.
42. He's hanging in there, Kevin Bishop. No, no, Eileen.
Yeah.
That's all right. She did okay.
She did well, too.
Hey, she piled up a lot of points.
That's all. 3 years only.
She did better than Mr. McMahon or Mr.
You know what? She quit. Hey, guys, she quit a bartending job to get out here and do this. But that's
this
it.
Should be all over.
Turn out the lights.
Going with it. The party.
Listen to the fans. They really appreciate it, as did we all.
I thought they were
this final Demolition Derby. Oh. Oh, there he is. Did he win it? Sure appears.
Look on the hood. Look on the hood what it says.
Joe Tomaszewski.
We should never know. We know better to pick against the dream.
You don't suppose he'll jump up and down on the roof. Might dent the car, huh?
Don't hurt it. Don't hurt the equipment.
I don't want to jump up and down on that car.
The dream called it.
Well, I tell you what, there was some great competitors out there. Taking a look at them right here, hugging and everything. It's all over. The wall's over now. Congratulations are going out. But you never know what Dutch is going to do. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, these guys, they're competitors, but they sure have a lot of fun. There's a lot of good sports out there, huh?
There she is. Dante, Mr. Pastorini, there's you.
Bye, darling. You done good.
She sure did. Eileen Donahoe.
You lasted 3 hours, Scott. You can call him Dante now.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dante, would you give me a ride home? I found out I ain't getting paid for it.
Don't push it.
I'll be thumbing it, I guess.
Don't push it.
All right, take a look at this.
Oh, one more hit from Joe Tomaszewski. Stay with us. We'll be back to talk to the winner and others here as we wrap up this Motor Madness here on TNN Motorsports Live.
And Motor Madness.
Well, it's all over, but to celebrate and the analyzing the video, Dan Pastorini, this was a great Demo Derby final here.
There was a lot of action out there, a lot of good hitting, a lot of smoke. There's number 23 sneaking in there. That's George Bucknam, one of the Bucknam boys, but they didn't fare too well. They didn't live up to their bragging rights earlier in the show. There's my girl.
This was more, I think, of a driver's final than it was of a hitting final. It was offense and defense.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of good hitting going on out there. A lot of smart hitting going on, which, you know, is attested to the drivers. But look, there's a good shot right there, hitting the corner. But that's my girl again. I don't like him hitting my girl like that.
I'm telling you.
She'd have won. She'd have won if she hadn't taken that hit.
Oh, she'd have won if she hadn't been out in the Demo Derby. You're gonna get a hit out there, Dante.
She's gonna have fun with all the bad boys from Brockton, because she was the only bad boy that made it to the final and lasted.
Okay, here they are at last official.
Our defending champ, Joe Tomaszewski, does it again.
What are the odds of that?
Number 2, Jimmy Hamill, and number 33, Scott McNamee. Great job, guys.
Outstanding. Joe Tomaszewski wins it again. And Dave Burns, that's going to be a shock to everybody. It's very hard to repeat in this kind of competition.
Oh, I know. In fact, we're going to ask Joe Tomaszewski. Someone is sitting at home saying, I run demolition derbies all the time. I can't win. Tomaszewski wins again. Yeah. How do you do it? What's the secret?
I don't know. Good crew, good sponsors. You know, it all comes together, and especially my family. You know, they really put up with a lot with me. And I want to say hi to my daughter, Susanna, and her boyfriend, Justin, who are home watching it, and all the guys at Shasta. Hey, I'll see you Monday morning.
So you can rent out your family now to other guys, and that's how they're going to win. Is this part of the key?
I think so. I think so. About another year, Dave.
What about the car? You didn't have much left.
No, believe it or not, it came up out of North Carolina here just a few weeks ago. We didn't have much time to set it up. We did what we had to do. It was a Southern car, and she hung in there, and that's all it took, I guess, and we're on our way to Wichita.
So maybe that's what it is, guys. A Southern car, a great family, good crew, and Joe Tomaszewski's a winner again. Now, we're also going to talk with Jimmy Hummel. He's standing by. He was second tonight. Jimmy, you represent Long Island tonight. This is correct, and you're the pride of Long Island. How about your car? You didn't run a station wagon. You did run a station wagon. No, it's not a station wagon. It's a sedan. Okay, did you want to run a wagon, or were you happy with the sedan?
I got wagons home. I like running 4 doors. I'd like to thank some of my sponsors, J&C Auto Salvage, Tire Town, all my guys that are here helping me, my wife putting up with all the cars in the yard and everything, and I just want to thank everybody, man.
And what is your secret? Tom Mazewski talked about his family and his team. What is your secret?
I got a really good team. I got a lot of guys come to my house every night. They're in trouble with their wives. Everybody's in trouble. But we're right there at the end. That's all that matters.
All right. Jimmy Hummel, second. Now, let's go over to third place, Big Mac. And Big Mac, what do you do with your car now that you finished third? It's basically trashed. Where do you take it now?
We're going to have to take it back to the house, strip it all down, get everything out of it, get ready for the next race.
You can part this car out and use it for something else.
Are you kidding me? Down in Raleigh, I could probably get $500 for it. Nothing's junk down there.
Nothing is junk. And so where are we going to see this car again? Obviously in Wichita. Will you take some of these parts for luck and put them on your Wichita car?
Yes, I'm going to use some of them on the Wichita car, and I'm going to use some of them in North Carolina State Fair in October. So we're going to try and build a bunch of cars and get everybody rocking.
All right, Big Mac was rocking tonight. He takes home third place money.
Hi, Diane.
And they love those southern cars for a couple of reasons. One is, in the better weather, there's less rust. The strains are stronger, and the sheet metal is stronger.
We make them better in the South. Didn't you know that? Absolutely.
Okay. Like he said. All right. Hey, Dave Burns, what's Mrs. Donahoe think about all of this?
Well, Eileen's got a little dog here, which is kind of messy here. Eileen, mascot?
Yeah, Drooper, my little childhood dog. I got it back last night from my mother for good luck. Drooper needs a bath now, Mom.
This was given to you as a child.
Right.
And did it ever do anything as bizarre as demo derbying before tonight?
No, this is the first time it's ever been in a derby. I'm going to bring him with me from now on, I think, too.
Now, you finished 5th tonight. Bigger stuffed animal next time, you think give you better results?
Maybe. I don't know. I think I might stick with Drooper. He did good for me tonight.
How was the derby out there? You had the lace still intact there. Was this a pretty rough one?
This is the hottest derby I've ever been in my entire life. It was incredible. I'm ready to go again. I can't wait.
And guys, even though it was the hardest, she still came in 5th tonight, Eileen Donahoe.
Back to the booth. Thank you.
She did a fantastic job thanks to her stuffed pet, Dusty.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this has been some night. And guys, I wanted to ask both you guys, because we have been colleagues together this past year, and I had brought Butterscotch up here, without
car. Dutch and his guys go.
Release from Alabama, and it's available by calling 1-800-COUNTRY now.
Well, welcome back to Motor Madness for the final time on this Friday evening. Now, there's a story behind this number 33 car. Dutch and his guys go out there like NASCAR does, NHRA does, and they inspect the winning cars. And they do a cursory inspection very quickly right after the race. And the 33 car, Scott McAfee, who had finished 3rd, was found to have an illegal bolt of some kind in the hood. And that is as distinct as I can be. And that makes...
That's right. We were referring to this 06 car as Joe Michalski, but it's actually Bill Eisen who replaced Joe Michalski. Joe hurt his back and driving for his buddy Joe tonight, and he comes in 3rd. And let's go down to Dave Burns.
I'm standing by with Bill Eisen. He did drive the 06 tonight for Joe Michalski, and you get 3rd place money, buddy. How do you feel about that?
It feels good. I don't like running against guys that cheat.
Did you feel like you were getting hit by a cheating car in the 33?
And I hit it nose to nose, and it didn't move. Yeah, it's iffy, but that's racing. They caught it, so they did a good job inspecting.
All right, Bill Eisen comes home 3rd. Let's see if he moves up the ladder anymore.
Go, guys. Look at 6. He's 5th.
There is that's 33, Big Mac, and he is not happy about this conclusion to his evening. Scott McAfee, yeah.
No, he'd already got his trophy and everything. He was looking at it there. And I'll tell you what, hey, guys, you know what I told you? We're going to see this thing finish off in Wichita. I mean, it's going to be big time. Demo Derby. But right now,